Hello and welcome to the University of Bedfordshire Student Finance presentation. Just to make you aware that this Student Finance presentation covers student finance for the academic year 2020-2021. In this session we will cover three things: the student finance package, so what makes up student finance, how you repay any loans, and then the application process and what information you will need to provide to complete your student finance application. So student finance is made up of four elements: a tuition fee loan, maintenance support in the form of a maintenance loan, bursaries and scholarships, and additional or extra support. The first, second and fourth elements you apply to Student Finance England for. Bursaries and scholarships will be funding provided by your chosen university or college. I'm going to go through each one of these in turn. So currently universities can charge up to £9,250 per year. However, you don't have to pay that money up front. You can access a tuition fee loan that is not dependent on your household income, that is paid directly to your chosen university or college. It is a loan and you make repayments on this loan once your income is over £26,575 per year. However, we will cover repayments in more detail later on in this presentation. You apply for your tuition fee loan each year of your course, so you don't apply for the tuition fees for your total study period. You apply for your tuition fee loan each year of your course as you progress through your programme. The second element is your maintenance support. And this is a form of a maintenance loan, and this is there to help with your day-to-day living costs. If you apply for a maintenance loan, your funding the amount of funding you receive depends on where you choose to live and study and your household income. This funding is paid to you directly into your bank account each semester. Just to give you some indication of what your maintenance loan may be, here we have the maximum loan rates for the academic year we're about to progress into. As you can see, if you choose to study at home and stay local, you receive less funding than if you move away from home. And if you choose to live and study in London, you receive a London weighting on your funding up to a maximum of £12,010. If you have a part of your study overseas and you study overseas for a year, you can still access a maintenance loan to a maximum of just over £10,500. Now these loans figures here are based on an academic year of 30 weeks. We are aware that some courses will be longer than 30 weeks and your loan will be extended on a pro rata basis. These figures are also based on a household income of up to £25,000 per year. Where household income is above this figure, the amount of maintenance loan you receive will start to decline. There is an excellent student finance calculator that you can use on the Student Finance website. The third element of student finance and funding is your bursaries and scholarships. Now this isn't funding provided by a student loans company. This is funding provided by your chosen university or college, and it is really important that you do some research around what funding might be available from your chosen universities or colleges. Bursaries are sometimes linked to your personal circumstances or your household income. They may include fee waivers, but generally speaking they are cash paid to you. Scholarships are slightly different. They sometimes link to your academic results, so your achievements in your A-levels or your level 3 studies, or you may receive scholarships depending on your ability in areas such as sport, music or arts. And in fact some universities do offer subject-specific scholarships. So it is really worth doing your research to see what funding you might be able to apply for or you might be entitled to from your chosen university. So check websites, ask at open days, do make any applications on time. The final element of your student finance is your additional or extra support. Now this isn't always necessarily financial or monetary support. However, if you have any children that depend on you or any adults that depend on you, you will be able to access some financial support, and you should apply for that at the earliest opportunity, and you'll be directed through that as part of the online application process. If you have any long-term health conditions, disabilities, mental health conditions or specific learning difficulties or disabilities, you should complete something called a disabled students allowance at the earliest opportunity and get any support that you may require for your studies in place as early as possible. So each year you apply for your student finance. Your maintenance loan and your tuition fee loan are combined. So the figure you receive each year for your tuition and your maintenance are combined into one overall figure. You then start to make repayments on this loan once your income is over £26,575 per year before tax. You will graduate in the summer after you finish your course. You don't start making any repayments on that loan or that funding until the April after you have graduated, so when the new tax year starts. Your repayments for your funding is calculated at a rate of 9% of your income that is over the £26,575 threshold. So if you're employed, deductions will be made directly from your payslip in the same way as national insurance and income taxes. If you don't earn over the threshold or your income falls below the £26,575 threshold, your repayments stop. So if you have an income that is variable, your repayments will be adjusted depending on your salary. Unlike a mortgage or a credit card where you have to make those repayments whether you've earned the money or not, your student finance is linked to how much you are earning. Any outstanding loan balance is written off 30 years after you make your first repayment. Just to give you some figures, here's some approximations of your monthly repayments depending on your salary. As you can see, the higher your earnings, the more you repay. But by the same token, remember, if your income falls below the threshold, your repayments stop. So the application process for 2020 is actually open now, and you should be making applications as soon as possible. If you registered on the UCAS application to share your details with Student Finance, you should have had notification to apply. Important point to remember is you don't need a confirmed place at university or college to make your student finance application. You just need to know what your first choice institution is. You name that in your application. If that then changes for whatever reason, you log into your student finance account and you update the details. When you first register on the Student Finance website, you'll be given a customer reference number. Keep that safe. You'll also be asked to come up with some memorable information and a password. Don't lose them. You'll need them every time you log into your account and every time you make your application each year. If any of your details change before you're due to start your course, do make sure you update Student Finance. And you can do that via your login. So if you move, you change details, you change your address, you change your phone number, you can update them via your account. You are going to need some handy details to complete your application. You'll first of all need some proof of identification. Now the easiest and simplest method is through a valid UK passport. However, you can send off other means of identification if you need to. You'll need your university and course details. You should know those. You'll also need your bank details. Now these may change once you've started university. So for the purpose of the application, please just put in your current bank account details. You'll need your national insurance number, and you cannot complete your application without it. It's also how Student Finance track your repayments. Make sure you know it, find it, and then you'll also need to provide your parents or partners or guardians' national insurance number and income details. This is often done in a separate Student Finance account, but they no longer need to send off any information. It's usually all done through the national insurance number and the income details. This is the Student Finance website. Everything that we've gone through in this presentation is available on there for you to take a look at. There's also where the Student Finance calculator is. Some advice for you if you're moving off to go to university. You will know in advance of you starting your course what your student finance is, what your maintenance loan will be. So you can plan a budget and you can try to stick to it, please. Don't factor in any scholarships or bursaries because they're not always guaranteed. So treat those as a bit of a bonus. Make sure you ask questions, get any advice you need from either your friends, your family, the university themselves. Check out student bank accounts and things like NUS Extra, Student Beans, Uni Days for any discounts that you might be able to access while you're a student. Try to avoid taking credit cards, store cards or payday loans. And if you do need any financial support, remember that the university will have something called the Access to Learning Fund. That is there to help you if you do experience financial crisis while you are studying. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to get in touch with us via any of the methods on the screen now. Thank you.